Hi guys, welcome to Natasha's Narrative. Welcome back to Natasha's Narrative if you already watched my videos. So firstly, I would like to really apologise for the lack of content. I've been quite busy. Obviously, I went away, so I didn't really film apart from vlogging material, which I haven't edited yet. And I've just been trying to do other things in regards to, making all these different types of posts, different presentations, and helping people with med school applications, etc. So I've been a bit busy. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to become more consistent, and that as I start med school, I'll be actually allocating slots for filming and editing. So I shouldn't be going long stretches of time without recording, essentially. So sorry about that. Number two, you guys, last time when I was on my Instagram, I set up a poll as to what kind of videos you guys would like, whether the next few should be story times or relationship advice videos. You guys voted for story times because y'all are really nosy, and you know what, yeah, especially you people who went to my uni. I know you're just trying to embarrass me, but it's all right. I will freely give my stories. And number three, I would also like to say that I have a upcoming Instagram live about getting into med school. So that will be Sunday the 20th at 6 p.m. GMT time. So if you are interested into applying for a UK medical school, make sure to, follow my channel, subscribe to my channel, obviously, but also make sure to follow my page, and to make sure to click on that, because I'll be doing a Q&A, so you guys can ask questions. You guys can also DM me separately before the event, which would be really great actually, because it would give me a chance to look at the questions beforehand. That's all the notices that I have for today. So let's get on to the video. So I'm gonna, as you know, I kind of record in bulk, so I'm probably gonna record 2 videos. So today I'm gonna be doing a story time for you guys, and as you know, a lot of my story times kind of come with a little bit of a advice little section after, and it really just kind of came back into my recollection, I should say, like yesterday, honestly, because I literally was thinking for ages. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what story time to do, and I know that I've done a lot of interesting things, and I've also made a lot of dumb mistakes, but I just couldn't think of anything. I was just drawing a blank, and then this particular story kind of just came back to me. So this is a bit of a cautionary tale. It's not really a kids, this video is not for kids, essentially. So basically, I went out and I got spiked. So I'm going to kind of just go all the way back and just explain kind of what happened, and everything just regarding that evening, and also how I think it kind of came to be. So essentially, like, before I went to university, like most people, like my mom especially, both of my parents were always like, oh, you know what, don't take drinks from strangers, don't take drinks from strangers, don't take drinks from strangers. And I think it's something that a lot of us have heard before. And I remember hearing that, and I was like, yeah, definitely not. Like, and I remember seeing, on the news, especially like cases of girls or guys being spiked. My mom loves watching like these crime and investigation shows. So I watched all that, Summer Fried Homicide, Who the Hell Did I Marry? All of those type of programs, yeah. So I knew what to do and what not to do, but obviously sometimes when you go to university, you don't end up doing the smartest thing. Particularly in first year, it was very common that, like, if me and my friends were out, people would be like, yeah, come to our table, and they would offer us drinks. And I think sometimes, like, the bad thing is, once you kind of start a habit, well, I shouldn't call it a habit, but I think sometimes, like, once you've done something once and nothing's happened, you kind of trick yourself into saying, like, you'll be okay. So I remember like the first time I was just a bit like, I don't know about it, but I took the drink and, you know, nothing happened. And again, we'd go out and people would be like, come to our table, give us drinks, or, you know, you'll be out and about and a guy or a girl might be like, oh yeah, I'll get you a drink. And you're just like, well, it's a free drink, like, why not? So nothing really happened. So if I kind of just fast forward to actually the event. So I was at an event in a club at Newcastle, and it was like this kind of like Afrobeats event that happened once a month. So I was always kind of like down to go to this event because it, in first year in particular, like there wouldn't be that much Afrobeats playing in the club. Maybe it would be like a couple of songs towards the end of the night. So whenever this event was on, I was really excited to go. So I went with a few of my friends. I think there was about, if I just count, 1, 2, 3, I think there was 5 of us. Or 4 of us went together, and then one of our friends met us there. And I just remember having a good time. Yeah, I had a couple of drinks and stuff. I was fine though. And then one of my friends, like this like table of like uncles, kept on like giving her drinks. And I remember being like, oh, where are you getting these drinks from? And she was like, oh, over there. But you, like, I wasn't that clear. I was just kind of confused as to what was going on. And I remember her giving me one of the drinks and like drinking it. And essentially, like, I just remember the club apparently was really bright that day, as most clubs, well, not all clubs are bright, some of them are quite dingy and dark. But anyway, so apparently the club was quite light, and I just remember everything kind of looking like really, really dark. Like, really, really dark. Like, everyone was kind of like in the shadows. And I remember like just not feeling myself. And like I know it's not the same as like getting waved on a night out, because I used to do that before, and I know the difference. And I just felt really, really strange. And I just remember like just, yeah, just feeling really, really weird, but kind of just like ignoring it at the time, and I just didn't really know what was going on. And then I took a cab home, and I remember just like going to sleep like feeling awful, yeah, just not feeling good. And essentially for like, that was on the Friday, and essentially I was in bed all day Saturday, Sunday, like literally only leaving my room to like get food. And even that was really a struggle. I remember that weekend like just putting things in the oven, like I literally could not cook. Even on Monday when it was time to go back to uni, I went, but I was like, I remember feeling really sick, like just absolutely awful. And I remember being really upset with myself because I was like, oh my gosh, how did you allow yourself to get into like that type of situation? But even at that point, like I don't think I realized what had happened to me until like a few months later, and I started to kind of really reflect, because for me, when I was younger, mixing drinks was not an issue. So it wasn't a case of like, oh no, you mixed stuff around and now that's why you're feeling ill. No. Secondly, that was not the most that I've ever drank. Like, so it was definitely not a case of actually consuming more alcohol than my body could take. So I think like once I actually really clocked like what had happened, I was, yeah, I felt like kind of scared and like freaked out, because you don't expect people to be intentionally malicious. You don't expect people to actually go out of their way to cause you harm. Like, and then there's so many instances of that happening, obviously, but it was just really, really shocking. So yeah, essentially that's was the time that I got spiked, and I just felt like it was important to share this story, because I know that like I said, a lot of people have heard it from their parents, and it kind of goes over your head or through one ear and out the other, or you think, oh, you know what, like, it'll be fine if I go to the bar with the person, like there's no way that they'll be able to spike you. That's not even true. Like, it literally takes a few seconds to be spiked. It's so easy to be spiked, and it's just not worth it at the end of the day. Like, if you are going out and you don't have the money for drinks, either don't drink, or, you know, if you really feel like, okay, if I don't drink, I'm not going to have a good time, which is a bit concerning. But if you feel that sort of way, then just stay at home, because really, like, a £5 cocktail or a £5 double, like, it's not worth putting your life at risk. It's not worth putting yourself in harm's way. Like, it just really isn't. And like, I think we just need to be so much more careful, and it's not just girls, guys as well. Like, we just need to be so much more careful about looking around, like being aware of our surroundings and protecting ourselves in club environments, because there are just some really sick people who literally there are some really sick people who just want to cause harm to other people. But I'm so fortunate and just thankful to God that I was in a group. I don't think I would have gone, I'm quite a shy person anyway, so I don't think I would have gone up to a group of people by myself. But I'm just really thankful that I was in a group, thankful that I just, you know, got a cab home. I don't even think the drink was intended for me, since I wasn't speaking to the people who were even providing those drinks. But I'm just thankful that, you know, I got home okay, that even though I felt really, really bad, that the effects kind of wore off, and I haven't had any bad side effects because of that. But yeah, guys, just be careful. It's just not smart. Like I said, it's £5. Even if it's a bottle of Ciroc, even like whatever it is, like, it's just not worth it. It really isn't. Like, you don't want to put yourself in a situation that is, you're going to just regret for the rest of your life, and just be asking yourself, like, why did I do that? Just get your own drinks. So yeah, that was a bit of like a somber type of video, but like I said, I thought it was really important to talk about. Hopefully the next few will be a bit funnier or happier. But yeah, that's all I have to say. This is Natasha's Narrative. Make sure to subscribe, like, share.